So as part of my case study into chord voicings, I was lucky enough to study with the great American jazz guitarist Joe. As a master of chord voicings himself, he was able to give me lots of useful information in this area. I'm going to demonstrate a couple of key concepts of his in relation to voicings and harmony. So the first exercise deals with chord voicings in context, namely the context of playing with a bass player or a pianist. And a lot of the time, especially when you play with a bass player, they are playing the 1 or the 5 already. So as guitarists in our voicings, we don't necessarily need to play those notes, especially at the lower end of our voicings. A lot of the standard jazz chord nomenclature involves 1 and 5 being at the bottom of the voicing. For instance, this voicing of C major 7. Here we have a 1, 5, 7, 3. Now, the method that Joe Cohn talks about is taking the 1 and 5 and substituting them for 2 and 6. So whenever we have a 1, we play a 2. When we have a 5, we play a 6. So we're just shifting those two notes up 1 degree of the scale. And so the voicing, which was this, will now sound like this. And if we put the C in the bass, we get a much more open sound. And this is what that voicing sounds like through all the inversions of C major 7. So that chord is more of a 6/9 chord. However, it works really well over a major 7 sound. Another concept Joe Cohn talks about is horn section chords. Basically what that is 3-note chords in which you harmonize melody. And the method for that is you take a melody note, in this case F, and you play the third below it. So we're in B flat major pentatonic, so we're going to play a D, and then you play the cluster below that, so that would be a C. And if we just harmonize a melody with this, the melody would be like this. And with the harmonies would sound like this. So this is just a nice way of harmonizing a melody and incorporating clusters in an easy way that falls nicely onto the guitar fretboard.